Hi everyone, this is Jamie Lewis for Team Echo. This is our screencast on inventory management. Inventory management is an important concept for all product-based businesses to employ. So today we're going to talk about the types of inventory management, specifically perpetual and periodic. We'll talk about the modes of tracking inventory, manual, barcodes, and RFID, which stands for radio frequency identification. And we'll talk about how to determine the cost to hold your inventory. The first type of inventory management is the perpetual inventory system. In this system, you continually take track of when your inventory comes in and out of your warehouse. This system is incredibly accurate, but it can potentially cost a lot to get started. You often will have to buy software, computers, and possibly even scanning systems to implement this system. It's also important to note that periodic manual checks should still be put into place just to make sure that your software system is accurate. The next type of inventory management is the periodic inventory system. With this system, you check your inventory on a periodic basis, usually set intervals, often as far apart as a year. This is much less expensive to implement, but it's not nearly as accurate. With this system, it's easy to lose track of which items are selling out too quickly or to lose track of which items aren't selling at all. It can also be more easy to miss when inventory loss is occurring in your warehouse. Next, we'll discuss the modes of tracking inventory. The first of these modes is a manual tracking. This can be done either through pen and paper on a ledger or even through Excel with a spreadsheet. This is also an extremely cost-effective way to track your inventory, but it's important that if you implement this system that only one person manages your spreadsheet or your ledger. If you have more than one person trying to take control of the ledger, it's very easy to put in duplicate entries for the same item or end up with multiple spreadsheets of which you're not sure which is the most recent and accurate. It's also very easy to make mistakes with the manual mode of inventory tracking. This can be as simple as forgetting to write an entry in, writing a duplicate as stated before, or flipping the numbers in a price or an item quantity. When these mistakes are made, they're also easy to miss, and therefore down the line when the mistake has been made, it's far too late to correct easily. Another mode of inventory tracking is barcodes. The system is incredibly accurate and it's very easy and efficient, but it can be costly to implement. It's as simple as putting barcodes on your items, scanning them when they come in, and scanning them when they leave your warehouse. But you will need computers, scanning systems, and software to use this system. Another newer form of inventory tracking is RFID. With this system, you'll have radio frequency tags on your products and a computer with software set up so that you can simply push a button and it will scan your entire warehouse to taking note of any new inventory, any inventory that has been used, and also if inventory has been moved from one section of your warehouse to another. Also, you can have handheld monitors that have a smaller range but are able to be used just by walking down the aisles of your warehouse. This would allow for easy spot checking of inventory that you might not want to let go untracked as long. This method is extremely accurate, it is extremely efficient, but it is also extremely costly. It's a newer mode of inventory tracking. It has not been as fully developed, and this leads to higher costs and also some potential limitations and bugs, such as lack of range. If you have a larger warehouse, your computer system might not be able to monitor the whole warehouse. You might need multiple computers to do that. Now we're going to discuss how to determine the cost to hold your inventory. There are multiple costs you need to take into account when determining this amount. You should look at both your fixed costs, such as mortgage cost to have the space, how much you pay your personnel to take inventory, to bring inventory in and move it out. You should also look at your variable costs. Many businesses make the mistake of only watching variable costs because that is directly proportionate to the amount of inventory you have. However, the result is a much lower cost to hold inventory amount than is truly accurate. In order to determine this cost, you should add your fixed and variable costs, divide this total by the average inventory value, and then the resulting percentage will equal to the cents per dollar of your inventory. So, here's some examples of the variable and fixed costs you could add. Once you have this amount, and here are some example amounts. For us, we have $610,000. You would divide that by your average inventory value, which in our hypothetical business is $2.5 million. This resulting percentage is 24%. That percent easily converts to cents on the dollar for holding inventory. 24 cents per dollar of inventory is the cost to hold that inventory in our hypothetical situation. I hope this has been informative for you, and I hope you've enjoyed listening. Thank you.